Shipped out with the Navy in the spring of '42. Young and full of wonder, old enough to know what he might get into. Out on the Pacific, his captain called him lightning when he fought that army boy. Bar stools broke like thunder, I left and then an overhand right. That's how lightning would strike.
Hey, we're here at Fuller's with the Hungry Outlaw, and this is the Unplugged sessions.
Only got myself to blame, like I'm begging back out on the street again, like a drowning man who just keeps swimming toward away, hoping that the winds are gonna change. Only got myself to blame, stuck out in the desert and praying for a little rain, serving 99 to life and still just counting down the days. Only got myself to blame. I swore I wouldn't let her in, wouldn't go down that road again. I swore I wouldn't drop the guard around my heart, but the walls are crumbling. And I know better, 'cause it always ends the same. Only got myself to blame. Only got myself to blame. She came in spinning out of control like a hurricane. I let her pick me up and just carry me away. She made a mess of everything. I swore I wouldn't let her in, wouldn't go down that road again. I swore I wouldn't drop the guard around my heart, but the walls are crumbling. And I know better, 'cause it always ends the same. Yeah, and I know better, 'cause it always ends the same. You know that I haven't been here before, and you know that I'll come back for more. I never learned to learn from my mistakes. I swore I wouldn't let her in, wouldn't go down that road again. I swore I wouldn't drop the guard around my heart, but the walls are crumbling. I know better, 'cause it always ends the same. Yeah, and I know better, 'cause it always ends the same. Only got myself to blame. Only got myself to
Hell yeah, that was awesome.
That song's called Only Got Myself to Blame, and I co-wrote that one with Brian Douglas Phillips, and I'm really excited to work with him on this next record. We have some co-writes scheduled. He's out of Austin. He's a multi-instrumentalist producer. He does a lot of stuff with David Ramirez, Natalie Price. Man, I can just go down the list of who he's worked with. So we'll play Enough. So I'm originally from the Rio Grande Valley, and I was fortunate enough to grow up in a farming family, both sides. Small farms, trucking was a really big part of it. And I wanted to write a song for my grandparents, about my grandparents, and about where we're from. And this is just kind of what came from it, as a conversation that my grandfather would have with my grandmother.
Honey, I'm going to try and sell a load of something that I harvested early in the morning before you were around. And I left some coffee warming for you in the pot, 'cause I know you'll need it first thing in the morning when the kids get up. So would you say a little prayer that it yields just enough to be enough? If you don't mind, dear, could I ask you for another day when you keep it all together and hope for clear weather while I'm away? And I know this season has been harder than the one before, but I'll work it even longer to try to one day fall. Not to have to say a little prayer that it's enough to be enough. Enough to make it through another long winter and try to help my brother out. His farm has been better days than it's in now. If we can make it to another hot summer, it'll be our Independence Day, when we won't have to worry if the kids will be okay. We'll say a little prayer and give thanks that it's enough to be enough. I'm headed home now. Every mile marker seems to serve to remind me of all the little prayers you said over the years, that my truck may make it and I can somehow outrun the storm, and that all this time away from you is worth fighting for. So won't you wear down another couple beads on that rosary for me, and pray that it's enough to make it through another long winter, and try to help my brother out. His farm has been in better days than it's in now. If we can make it to another hot summer, it'll be our Independence Day, when we won't have to worry if the kids will be okay. We'll say a little prayer and give thanks that it's enough. We'll say a little prayer and give thanks that it's enough to be enough.
This is
Beautiful.
awesome.
Thank you. Man, this sounds so good.
Yeah, Rosemary, she likes how you play her. I'll tell you, that's a good thing.
Yes.
Tell me, man, what's it like to be a songwriter during all this chaos?
Well, you have a lot of time on your hands to procrastinate writing your next record. that's pretty much the life of a songwriter. It's been interesting. We started the year, had some really exciting things happen. I got with TXM Records, Ty Phelps' label, and now with Ginger House and Ted Lundgren, and with booking and management and shows that were on the books. It was going to be a really exciting year, and it's kind of tough not to kind of get in your feels and a little bit depressed about how it didn't, you know, pan out. But there's time to write. There's time to reflect. I think, you know, a lot of us are really looking at planning and being a lot smarter with our careers. And, you know, I'm fortunate enough to have a team behind me now where, you know, they're putting all the right pieces in place so that when we are able to go and play again, I think it's going to be really good. I'm excited about it, you know, just to be prepared. But it's tough. I know a lot of people who are, you know, struggling. I have a day job, and that was almost gone too, you know, so it's stressful.
Yeah.
Really is, but.
Hey, I'm Alex Coba. I'm a songwriter out of Houston. Houston Live means the world to me. Since becoming involved with Houston Live, I've seen dramatic changes in my career that I don't think I could have done without the resources that they provide for us.
Will you wait for me when heaven calls your name? Where angels walk now, you do.